What's up everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of the Subaru Forest Off-Road project. So today we're going to be installing diff breathers. So diff breathers are very good at mod to do if you're planning to off-road your car. Basically the theory of diff breathers is if you're going to drive your car in deep water and the water level is above your diff level, there's a little breather at the top of the diff, and because of the cold water on the hot diff, it can very easily suck the water into your diff, mix with the oil and gears, and it's not real good for it. So what you can do is add a diff breather kit, and basically that extends the point of where the air goes into the diff out of reach of where the water is and saves your differentials. Before we get into that, I'll give you a quick rundown of where we're at with the car since you've seen this last time. So we've obviously got the lift and tyres on now. You can see it's a little bit muddy. I have taken it out for a little spin. Haven't had a proper opportunity to take it on a proper off-road trip yet. As of yet, with problems we've had with the car, so when I first took this for a spin, we did have a few clearance issues at the front. So as you can see here, we've had to modify and hammer back a little bit of the seam melds just to give a bit more tyre clearance. And the other thing we had was this brake caliper clearance. So I heard this funny clicking noise and found out that the caliper was knocking against the wheel weights. Once they were removed, that clearance was fine again, but obviously now the wheel needs to be rebalanced. So other than that, the car's running awesome, no problems with the lift, the CVs are fine. So really keen to get it out in the bush. So let's get started on the diff breathers. Okay, so for this diff breather kit, I'm going to go completely DIY. These are all items I've picked up from Supercheap Auto. So the things I've got here, I've got a little brass fitting, 1/4" hose by 1/8, only cost a few dollars. That's going to go into the diff. And I've got some cheap vacuum hose I got here. Basically I'm going to be putting this vacuum hose onto the little fitting on the diff, and then I'll extend this through the car to give me a higher access for the breathing, and a few hose clamps. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the entire diff out, take the front plate out, I'll tap this in because I don't want to get any metal shards in the actual diff, make sure it's all nice and clean, seal it up again, and then put some new diff fluid in, and I'll be good to go. Okay, so the first thing we have to do with this diff breather is well, basically the diff breather is located up here. To access that, we're going to have to pull the diff out. So it means pull these off, probably get rid of this exhaust, and then we can access the diff and install the breather. So okay, now that we have the diff out, we can take a closer look at it. So this bit here is the diff breather from factory. So what we're going to do is remove this for the brass fitting, and then run a bit of hose from this into the inside of the car. Basically means if the diff is covered in water, the air that's getting access from the car is higher up and away from water, so we're not sucking any water into our diff. So what we're going to do first is we're going to drain the oil out of it, take this front cover off, and then we're going to chuck the brass fitting in here. Okay, so the diff is back in. It's been a bit of a struggle, but it makes an easy job when you've got two people to put it back in. So I've got the breather line connected up there, just running it through now. And then up in the boot here you can see there's a little grommet just there. Basically I'm going to put a hole through that and run the breather hose through there, and that's the rear breather done. Okay, so there you go, that's the rear diff breather done. So as you can see here, and as you've seen before, we've basically just tapped the fitting into the top of the diff once we remove that. Put the hose on there, that was just a cheap vacuum hose from Supercheap Auto. Chuck that on the little fitting with a little clamp, and now we've run this up into the boot of the car, and that should just keep the diff clear of water. So we can hit some deeper river crossings now. Okay, so I had that rear diff breather done. With my particular Forester, it was only a diff breather in the rear differential. The front diff breather, which is part of the transmission, there's actually no breather outlet there. So from factory, I think it's actually the transmission dipstick which acts as the diff breather for that. So there's no real modification you can do to the front transmission. If you're interested in purchasing your own Subaru lift kit, SubiLift Oz has very generously come on board with my channel, and they're offering a 5% discount on all their lift kits sold through their store. Basically all you have to do is use the code MARTA05 when you're checking out from the purchase on their website, and you'll get a 5% discount. So if you just want a bit of a discount on your lift kit, definitely jump into that. While I'm here, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone for watching the videos. There's been a heap of support, and it's really great to see so many people interested in the build. I apologise to everyone who wants to see weekly videos of updates and build processes. Unfortunately, it's all happening under my own budget and in my own time, so I'm going to make a video on this whenever I've got the time and the money to do so. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're all enjoying the videos, and I'll see you in the next video.